Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, welcome to another episode of the Geeks 5 Hour Podcast. I am the one, the man, the Ayatollah of rock and roller. I am the most chaotic panelist and podcast host in all of Texas. The one, the only, the notorious El Vato Loco, King Mexico. I like thinking about just staying up. Mexico,
Mexico.
Mexico. And joining me is the one, the only. He runs the skinny. He is the voice actor who is coming to the top, and he will be one of the featured Big Three animes. He is the Texas Gaming Hedgehog, and he will spin dash his way into your hearts and into your ears. Keyblade Sonic.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
And joining us, he is a future, reigning, defending, undisputed world champion. Yeah, Highness.
Yes, I missed that intro.
I thought you were talking about me when he said whiny.
No, reigning, defending.
Raining.
Reigning.
I thought you said whiny. Like,
The whining defending champion.
The whining, defending, the bitching, the complaining, the won't leave me alone.
Oh, it's almost 30 days. That's defended.
I've already defended like a month ago. Jeez, I thought it was just the Roman Reigns treatment. And the last but not least, he performed at PALOOZA. He's the rising star of the rap community in San Antonio. He is a future platinum selling artist, and he took a photo with a celebrity who you can't see. The one, the only. He likes bacon and Taco Bell. Deacon Rap.
I actually did not take a picture of it with him.
Oh. Hold on.
No,
Let me change my cuss counter.
Awkward.
Yeah, what happened was, like, I do have a video with him. You're not allowed to record or do photography, but I forgot that my body cam was still on, so I still have it all. I forgot my body cam was on.
There we go. This is my first one. I said F. You suck. The comment section got me. Because they're like already throwing shade at me because we're supposed to stop cussing. And they're like, Serenity's like, Fart Knocker's like, already 5 curse words. What did I miss? And Serenity's like, it's barely 2 minutes in. It's already in 5 cuss words. I just haven't updated since the last time we did the show. So it's been about 2 weeks since we did the show. So a lot has happened with the group. So before we begin our actual video of the day, our subject matter, I want to talk about the couple things. So our, shout out to everyone in the Houston area and the Texas area. You live in one of the towns, the cities that were affected by everything that happened with the tornadoes, the storms. This isn't. Some people got lost their, there was property damage. Some people lost their homes. Some people lost their lives. It is horrible that all of that happened.
Yeah, it was a rough period. There was a point where not compared to other, not like flex or anything, but some people lost power for a couple days. Most people had to throw away food. They had to throw away stuff from their fridge. Most had damaged fridge, damaged properties, and all that kind of stuff. And it's been a week already, and it's people are still recovering from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went for about 4 days without power. Luckily, we had a generator, but we had to keep putting gas in it. We weren't prepared for it. Costs, stuff like that. Also, what's up, Deacon?
I have to say that when Jesse asked me to borrow $20 for propane, I totally forgot that there was a tornado in Houston, and I thought he was making a King of the Hill joke.
No, I have
Jesus.
We have a dual fusion generator that runs on gas and propane. So when one cuts off, it kicks the other one in.
Yeah, but I would just I'm a weird propane joke. Did he start watching King of the Hill? How did he even know that I'm currently obsessed with that show?
All right, I know you're obsessed with Taco Bell, and that's gas.
Don't you mean Taco Bueno?
Just fart on the tube, and that's how you fucking get enough power for a day.
That's right. Also, real quick before we begin, so talk a little bit about Delta HCon. So Delta HCon, we are still doing our party at Delta HCon this year. It's not a regular party this year. We are doing a memorial celebration for one of the members of Geeks 5 Ever. Our friend Rummy, who Lawrence passed away Tuesday before the tornadoes hit in Houston. So we haven't actually had a lot of time to process his passing. They had a GoFundMe, which we shared. A lot of people donated. We want to say we haven't gotten a chance to talk to the family. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. But, thank you guys for everyone that I shared the link with and donated to them. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. We're going to dedicate Delta HCon's party to Rummy this year. So it's been really rough with the group. He passed away Tuesday night. We found out Wednesday, and then the following day, that's when the tornado stuff happened. And and then, we didn't have power until like Monday, late Monday. We didn't do the show. There was no point. So yeah, that's why we weren't here last week. So I think everyone had already figured out it was some kind of situation with the power. But the cuss, just to correct everyone, the cuss word count is 1 so far. I've been doing better. The 5 was for the last time we did the show, and that was the total number. It wasn't 5 per minute or 5 every 10 seconds. No. All right, so let's get it out of the way. This past weekend was Comic Palooza. The Comic-Con owned by the city of Houston had its annual convention once again at the Georgia Brown Convention Center. And once again, they went head-to-head with another convention, RETROPALOOZA, in the Houston surrounding area. It was in Pasadena, correct?
Yeah, at the Pasadena Convention Center, it happened.
Yeah. Oh, it was there. Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Which is pretty much like half an hour apart from George R. Brown.
They've hosted a few conventions up there.
And for those of you that don't realize, this coming weekend is YumiCon.
YumiCon and also Kinu Kawaii Con up in Conroe.
That's right. I think I got free passes to both. I'm going to have to pick. So, for those of you that went to RETROPALOOZA, let us know what you thought. If you went to Comic Palooza, let us know what you thought. But we're here to dissect, talk about, and maybe share some tea. We'll use our better judgment on what tea we do share and don't share. But all the tea we got will be shared in our Discord, our Geeks 5 Ever Discord. That's right. We got all the sweet tea, all the unsweet tea, all the dirty.
Make your own tea.
That's right. Make your own tea. We got don't do that. That sounds like making up rumors. Don't do that. We got all the tea. We got the different. We got honey. We got milk. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. But yes, we will share all the tea in our Discord. On the channel, we will share this selective tea because public domain.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's start off with. So, what did you guys think? Sonic was actually at both conventions.
Yeah, I was doing double duty this past weekend. So what I was doing was well, here's a little interesting story. I wasn't even planning to attend both conventions. I wasn't intending to attend both Comic Palooza and RETROPALOOZA. It wasn't until I got some announcement and all that stuff, and I got to, obviously, help out with Friday's show. And on Saturday of RETROPALOOZA, I was a judge for the cosplay contest at RETROPALOOZA, which was kind of cool. It was pretty amazing. There was a couple of cosplayers there. Some of them were really creative with their cosplays, I will say that. And then after the cosplay contest, stayed a little bit, and then I went straight to Comic Palooza. And it's pretty wild to do a two cons in 1 year, in one day.
Now you know how I feel.
I know, right? Now I understand. So my impressions of RETROPALOOZA this year was, compared to Comic Palooza, I felt like night and day in terms of like crowds, energy, vibes in a way. So RETROPALOOZA, people don't know what it is. It's a convention dedicated to retro gaming collection, like classic video games. It could be from like 80s, 90s, 2000s. Even today, there's still gamers, all that stuff. It's basically a place where you could like buy, trade, sell, talk about video games. Some people could have like, hey, can I trade you this N64 for that Sega Saturn, for example? You know what I mean? And also they had a guest. They did have a couple of guests from the live action TMNT movies that came out in the 90s. They did have a couple of those. They had a couple of YouTubers, especially some local here, cosplayers, of course, and so it's always at Pasadena Convention Center. It's been like that for a couple of years now, and I was kind of going in there. I was a little concerned about it because I thought Compalooza. Oh, I don't think anybody's going to be there, but there was actually kind of a handful of people at RetroPalooza, both Saturday and Sunday. And that's what I can give so far. And then later on, I'll discuss more about it.
Okay. So next, Deacon Rap, you were there. What did you do at Comic Palooza? Like, why were you there, sir? Why were you in my hood, my turf?
Well, let's see. I was supposed to do Otaku Rap concert. I was supposed to be in one of Big Exodia's concerts. I'm supposed to do the initial D panel, the Yu Yu Hakusho / Hunter x Hunter panel. And then I asked to be on your podcast panel. And then I ended up just being a spectator at the loud music panel. And at the last second, they asked me to do my 30 years of Power Rangers within an hour panel. Also, I wanted to meet John Cena.
You were okay. You said supposed to. So did you do the show or you didn't do the show?
Supposed to do what?
Because you said I was supposed to do a concert with Big Exodia.
Yeah, I did his early Saturday concert.
Because supposed to makes it sound like you were, but it didn't happen.
No. It did happen, and I did do it.
Okay, that's what we were just checking. And Your Highness, what was your role at the con this past weekend?
I just went to. We had the wrestling for Friday, and we got to perform and everything or whatever. And I stayed for the weekend because I was at a weekend pass, and we had I walked around. Some of my friends did podcasts or whatever, and I walked past them and saw that. I bought a few collectibles, a few little items. That's pretty much it. And I stayed for the nightlife a little bit. Stayed for the burlesque and a little bit of the rave.
Yeah, so I realized this year because I got there late. Sonic, shout out to Sonic and Chandler for running the show for me.
Hey, I was there too.
Yes, but you were a guest.
Oh, that's right. That makes
Pretty
sense.
ironic.
How so?
Because like we were trying to discuss it, and like you were you were pretty much like how it felt like more like a big show. Like all three of us were hosting had the same energy. Mostly the guest doesn't talk much, but then like kind of like volume went up in a good way.
Yeah, there's a picture of you in the crowd, like you had your ass in somebody's face.
What?
Someone took a picture.
It was a joke. But you were like in the crowd talking to people, like going up to them.
You did that visual. You were doing that visual example. You went to the in front of the stage, and you were doing that visual.
Yeah, but there was somebody. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I didn't. No. I was doing a visual example of how adamant they were about bag check.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about all the good, the bad, the ugly. I think it's funny though that you were in the crowd. All I saw was you like based on the angle I saw, it looked like you were in their face. Like, hey, do you have 45 minutes to talk about Taco Bell? Like, it was funny. I thought it was funny. I got there late. Like, I showed up right as the show ended, and I waited like half an hour for Chandler to bring me my badge. At the damn security check for the Sky Bridge.
Yeah.
I pretty much lied to the hotel, told them, hey, can I check my bag? I can't check in just yet, so can I just
leave your bag there? Yeah.
Yeah, I just left my shit there with them. Because I had a cosplay change because we had planned on so our tradition is to go out to like the secret group, which is they have emo night on Fridays, and it's usually Friday night of Comic Palooza. That's when we go, or we go to Numbers and cosplay. But and I had to change. That's what I had to change of. I had a different cosplay to wear out, to go out, and I didn't want to carry the crap around with me because I remember every year their bag check is like, it's I almost cussed. It's bull, right? It's bull. It's bull.
BS.
It's BS. Thank you. And I did not want to have to explain to them why I was bringing in a suitcase with a random Cookie Monster and Elmo costume in there.
Imagine having to explain that.
Yeah, like, what's this for, sir?
Cookie Monster.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to pick up some cookies and milk. That's all. What about the Elmo? Look, maybe I just need a hug, okay? It's been a rough week.
Or to be tickled.
Oh, no, that just got weird. So I went and left the bag, which is crazy, dude, because I canceled my reservation to the hotel, and they still tried to charge my card for a one-night stay.
Mm.
So
that was part of the that was one of the conditions with making a reservation. You take out the first night non-refundable.
That's only if you cancel late, though. If you cancel on time, they can't, because I canceled on time. I canceled it 3 days in advance.
Which hotel was this?
It was the Marriott, because we always stay at the Marriott because they got the Texas shaped pool, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not at the con. I'm in the lazy river because I'm lazy, and like I don't know. I didn't get charged because I'm poor and I locked my card anyway. What's up? What's up, Jason?
What happened?
What's up, G? All right, boys. What's up? Nothing. We are talking trash about. So, so the bag check though has been like that every year. I feel like people forget that the bag check is like they trip, especially because they have a new security team. Like they're, no offense to All-Star, 5-star, whatever. I forgot what their name was. Nah, nothing happened. Last week we weren't on the show because of the tornadoes. This week we're back. We're back and better than ever. I think people forget that security is just like, they have to be thorough because it's a Houston public. It's not a public event, but it's an event where there's thousands of people there, and you always have somebody that's trying to do some harm. With the way things are nowadays, you can never be too careful. I feel like people forget that the bag check is always like pretty bad, because they're always like, it feels like you're going through TSA. What's in the bag?
Yes.
What's in the bag?
Yes.
Is that a full-size shampoo bottle?
They start whipping you like you owe them money.
Yeah.
This year security didn't seem any different to me. I can see why, but if you notice, once you get in the Sky Bridge, so in the Sky Bridge, they were checking for badges, which they do every year.
Yes.
But once you got inside, like if you got in through the front door through the heat, they don't check you for badges once you go to the second or third floor. Like no one ever asked to see your badge once you got up to like the panel space. They only check your badge again when you're going inside like the main hall, like the big dealer's room, artist alley, autographs, all that stuff. So I felt like, man, I could have probably got everyone in through the front and we could have just hung out in the panel area. Now that I really think about it, now that I'm talking to the group and like I really think about it, I feel like we could have got in.
Nobody was checking badges at the concert area or at the video game area.
Right, because those were on the third floor. Nobody cares.
But however, when me and my girlfriend went to the Dune panel, they were checking for badges.
They were. It must have been like who was in charge. Yeah. They were checking for ID. I cannot believe this year Comicpalooza had 18 plus panels.
I mean, they didn't check for IDs at the rave either.
Saturday.
18 plus.
The what? Jesse, what did you say?
No, hold on. Go ahead, your hands.
I was gonna say, so when we went to the burlesque show on Saturday, the show that they made an extra 2 hours because it was So Good Friday and they didn't have that much nighttime stuff. We had a friend who he was already kind of having a weird day because this guy we had randomly met him. He'd already lost his lightsaber, which he said he paid $200 for. And then Oh yeah. And then as the line was moving up, we're about to go. We're about to go inside for laundry. The burlesque show. We're about to go. We're about to go. They're checking IDs. They say me and Devon's. They see his. He gets because he thought he lost it. It was a paper, and he put it up to the guy. It was like some young dude, and this big white dude was next to him. And the young dude was like, hey, are we letting these in?" And the big dude's like, "No, we're not letting those in." He's like, "Well, they let me in with it yesterday." He's like, "Well, we're not doing it today." He's like, "Yeah, dude, it has to be anything that you can get into a bar with." He's like, "A bar has it." He's like, "No, well, I'm sorry, we're not taking it." So they were real strict on IDs for that burlesque. At least Saturday they were for burlesque. Like they were like, no paper, no needs to be laminated card. I was like, oof.
Right? Like that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I mean, like I said, Friday they weren't checking for badges like anywhere, like even at the Dune panel. You know, again, no. Oh yeah, no wait, yeah, they checked for IDs at the Dune panel.
They checked for ID. So our buddy Sam, who runs he runs panels and does YouTube channel. He ran an 18+ panel. I think it was called like the anime tournament. It was at 7:30. It was a panel at 7:30, and it was 18+, and they were checking IDs at that one. They weren't checking badges. They didn't really, but they checked IDs.
It's weird.
I don't think the rave. So the rave itself, Friday night was not 18+.
But they were serving alcohol there.
Yeah, but they checked your ID at the bar.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I see.
So, because they had the Georgia Brown has a liquor license, so they can do that. They just have to make sure they check ID at the bar. Not too many. They like, and that's the thing I gotta give. So last year they had a rave last year, right? Keep in mind, guys, they don't call them raves anymore because one, it's a liability thing. Because raves implement, you're doing, you're riding the white pony.
Friday night EDM.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that is probably yes. So the Friday night baile. All right. So they had one last year, but it seemed more like a Dave and Buster's kind of setup rather than an actual like rave. Because they had all kinds of like stuff going on, like games and like Dave and Buster like stuff. You know what I mean? I'm trying so hard not to cuss. I don't know. You can't see it, but I'm about to pop a blood vessel.
I mean, at this rave, they had the floor that lights up.
Yeah.
Had like mirrors inside it. They had all kinds of lights on the side. It looked like one of those fictional Los Angeles nightclubs that like they show on TV shows. Like,
wait, this year? I didn't go to the dance this year.
Yeah, that's how it looked like. Especially when you go inside, there was like neon lights on the doors and everything.
Wait. Hold on. I gotta see this. Cuss. No, don't encourage me. I didn't buy a badge. I lent a badge. I was lent a badge via a friend, but that stuff jumps the price immediately. I went to buy one for $75. And I'm here thinking I'm good only for it to be like $90. $90. Wait, how much was it total? Dude, okay, so I looked online. So I looked on the website because we were going to buy Asian one. And it was like $78 for Saturday. And I assumed that and that was just the base rate, right? I assumed it was just the base rate. I'm like, 78. Is it really 78? Or is it going to be like taxes and like, Ticketmaster fee or whatever they call it. Because there's always fees on top of it, plus the taxes, right? So I'm probably looking at like 80, closer to 90. And like, so I couldn't get my buddies to go, and like we didn't have extra badges because we didn't have panels this year. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that later.
Yeah, Jesse, I just sent you videos from the rave. I don't know if you can like over Facebook. I don't know if you can download them and load them or anything.
You sent it to me. How'd you send it to me?
Via Facebook Messenger. So basically, just tap on the download button.
There is no download button.
That squared. Hold on. You tap on the three dots. Hold on. Let me try this. Okay, you tap on it, and right next to the X is a down.
I got it.
Okay.
Calm your horses.
I don't have a Mustang.
I'm on my way to your town to fight you. All right, so I'm gonna get this uploaded. I'm gonna take about a couple minutes. Let's address some comments. So yeah, let us know how much it was in total. Then what the H do you call it when it's a rave? It's a dance. They just call it a dance. They just call it a dance or adult dance party. They use the word dance because for when you say rave, it probably means like, oh my god, they're doing extracurricular activities in the bathroom.
No, they called it a rave, bro.
Why? What?
See, Friday night rave.
Man, they must have. Then they probably paid a lot for the insurance because you get charged more, or some insurances will not cover you if it's called a rave.
Shoot,
Yeah, and it was put on by Club Kaiju.
Shoot, John Whitmire was not care this year.
Yeah, it's owned by the city of Houston. You think they got city of Houston money? They can they need to fix the lights. There's still some people in this town without power, by the way. What's up? Hello there, Caden here. What's up? Stop it! Don't encourage me. Stop it! Stop it! Blood for the blood god.
What's that rumbling noise?
Did it stop?
Yeah, stop it. It goes in and out.
I don't know. It's probably my mic. Okay. Farknocker, be careful. He says he's got a bail. It's hailing. It's raining, man. Hallelujah. I checked the prices that night before our Saturday, and it says 75. Went with cash, thinking I'm good, only to find out it jumped at the door. Okay, so it was probably 75 online, and at the door they were probably charging you more. So that would make a lot more sense. What's up, Pachinko? See, that's horrible. Why? I don't think there's a con unless it's like San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, or Anime Expo. I don't think a convention out there is worth more, like close to $100.
I mean, inflation. But this is one thing I tell people. If you're going to go to a 100,000 square foot convention, expect to pay 100,000 square foot prices.
Hey, I'm about to cuss. You got me over here like biting my tongue. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying so hard. Right now. I just don't get it. So I will say this. I think it was kind of cool. So, okay, based on what I can tell, and I forgot to upload the video. I'm working on it, Deacon Rap. Leave me alone.
You're fine.
I think, okay, so I didn't go to the dance this year. You said it was a lot better. Last year I went to the dance, like I said, it just felt like a Dave & Buster's, like you don't go to a, like, you expect it to be like a rave and not like a, oh my god, it's Dave & Buster's with a dance floor. I didn't like that this year. This year, though, they had a burlesque show. They had the rave. They even had karaoke.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was not... It was fun, but it was... Whoever's manning... I don't know if somebody from Comic PALOOZA is watching the show. Probably. Whoever runs audio, who's ever running the audio mixer, needs to be, like, educated on how it works. Because the gain level on those microphones was so high. Like, the microphone was this far away from my face. It was this far away from my face. And it could still pick up my voice clearly. That should not be a thing. This isn't an award ceremony. It's karaoke. Like, some people... Okay, let me turn up Sonics. Yeah, we turned down your volume because it sounded like a party in the background.
Yeah, it probably was.
It's because of his fan.
Hey, man.
We're hearing the air hit the mic.
No. There was people talking.
Yeah, there's people talking in the background.
I heard someone distinctly in the background said, "No says way."
They're spilling tea over shit that shouldn't be a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, because I literally heard someone say, "No says way."
Yeah, that's basically
okay.
They're just spilling tea on stupid stuff.
If you speak Spanish, if you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We were talking about the Dance Friday. Like, So karaoke was cool. I liked the karaoke. There were some people that, sang. They sang, and then there were some people that killed it. And there was one dude who sang who I did not expect to kill it, and he did. It was awesome.
What was the song they sang?
I forgot what it was. But there was one person who sang, that song? It's like "Take Me to Church," something like a dog shining your lives. Yeah, that song. Mm-hmm. So somebody sang it, and I walked outside. I was like, "Hey, I love this song," and then like 2 seconds later, not anymore. Do it, coward! Stop it! Stop. They keep encouraging me to cuss on it.
Can I cuss for you?
No. Yes. Actually, we can't stop you.
Fuck!
I'm supposed to stop. I didn't say go overboard with it. Do it, coward.
Shit.
I. 2 Spanish course words and add them to the count. I didn't. No. That doesn't count. It's not a bad word. It's like saying bro. It doesn't count. English cuss words. We've changed. No.
Remember, the algorithm doesn't care about Spanish cuss words.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. That's all they care about. Chalupa and chimichangas and Deadpool. Did anyone here besides Deacon go to the rave Friday night?
I went Friday night.
What did you think?
It was fine, but because they went to a different room. Because it wasn't. How can I say this?
There's that big room in the center, like that big massive area that has it's kind of just massive, and they have that big room where they had everything last year, so they were in the room to the side. It was a little bit small.
Yes, that's where they were. They changed it differently. You can tell they tried with a lot of the atmosphere and what they had in it, with the bar, and they tried with the lights, and they tried with all the aesthetics or whatever. I mean, and I can tell that the DJ was very young and he seemed very new. Ironically, he looked like your stereotypical anime DJ though, like pink hair, long, has a piercing. It was really nice. And then they had another guy who looked a bit older. He was more experienced, and that's what started kicking up a little bit towards the end. But yeah, you can tell that they really tried to make it different. At least I'll say that.
All right, so we're gonna play this video real quick of the rave that Deacon Rap recorded. I had to check it to make sure there was no nastiness in it. All right, so
that looked like that was the vent. Oh, okay. So I was wondering what's with all the lights outside of the room. I was like, oh, that's where the rave was.
I thoroughly enjoyed my time, and I wish I knew how to dance better.
I like how there was a Jesus cosplayer there Friday, and then there was one on Sunday at Double or Nothing in Las Vegas.
Yes.
We will be at a wrestling. Okay, guys. Short advertisement. There's a wrestling show this coming weekend. I gotta ask 17 for the details, but apparently Deathmatch Jesus, Dimitri, I guess I don't know his full name, is wrestling there, and apparently he's 17's favorite wrestler. So he convinced the entire group, the group, to go. So we'll check it out. We'll let y'all know.
Right.
If you know Pepe's friends with him.
Yeah, there you go.
So what are your thoughts so far? Sonic, what did you think so far based on what we saw?
That rave looked like. So, it looked like it kind of reminds me of those you would commonly see at a club. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, it's those kind of venue size per se, but I guess it depends on the time of the day. It looked like something that was it barely starting. You know what I mean? It reminds me a lot of those dance parties at Numbers, for example, where it starts off really slow and then it kind of builds up steam.
Yeah. So when Deacon went, it was later on in the night.
Okay.
so it already had been going on for a while. Because Deacon came to karaoke first, and I will say this: the people that sang at karaoke, y'all suck. By the way, not yeah, like you're singing. I'm not saying your singing sucked. Like everyone decided to sing like a damn two. There you go, two. There's your two. Everybody decided to sing like a 7-minute song for some reason.
Oh my god.
And yeah, it like they told me it's an hour wait before you can sing. And no, it was definitely more than an hour. But I got to sing a lot sooner because people decided to leave.
Okay, so the timestamp on my last video was around just before midnight.
So yeah, that is later on. That is later on in the night. That's when it should be like, as the kids would say, bumping.
Yeah.
Bussin', not bumping, bussin'.
Whatever, I don't care.
Oh God, bro.
I'm trying not to cuss.
That's cap.
I'm trying so hard. I'm getting a headache.
Just say it in Spanish.
No, because it still counts.
No, anyways. The algorithm doesn't pick it up if it's in Spanish.
I'll show you an algorithm. Anyways, so Johannes, what do you think of the rave based on your experience in the video?
I thought it was fine. Could have used a lot more, but it seemed like people were having a good time, at least, like, because especially since it was a lot smaller in a smaller room. You know, I think they could have used more people and had like a bigger space, hopefully.
I didn't even know there was a rave. I feel like PALOOZA just doesn't do a very good job of like advertising anything. I think that's also like on us as event holders and panelists and stuff like that. We made an event for our podcast, right? And apparently we had like someone told me we had like 8 people, and it was Deacon. Deacon told me there was like 8 people there, and there was definitely more people in our show than some of the other shows.
Yeah, it was actually kind of noticeable too, because like I went to the show floor, and there was like, obviously it was like kind of what you would expect on a Friday of a convention, like not as big, not as like, you know, felt like, okay, it's just a lot of emptiness in a way. And then about the rave thing, I really didn't know there was a rave until I saw somebody like share a video of it. And also there was like these signs like walking on the halls. There was a sign that said mix and mingle. So I was like, that's the only thing I know, but I didn't know. Other than that, I didn't know much about the rave.
Oh, speaking of signs, there was one girl carrying a sign that said uppers $5.
I saw that.
$5, yeah, I saw that.
Uppies, I saw that, and I looked at her, and she's like, she was shorter than me. I'm like, she can't with me.
I thought it said $50. I don't know why. I saw her from across the street.
It was $5. It was Uppies $5.
Let me put you this. Oh no, continue.
I was just gonna say that when I saw her, I looked at Chandler and I was like, what the hell are Uppies?
Pick you up like a baby.
To feel her up.
Yeah, pick you up like a baby.
I don't even like people. I don't even like strangers touching me, and I got to pay somebody $5. All right, if you can lift me, there's 100 right here with your name on it.
And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these conventions that have like these women like, oh, I'll step on you for $20 or something like that. So I'm not surprised.
I forgot what con it was. I think it was IkiCon. I don't remember. I just remember there was like
that's
a
female. Every con that there's. Oh, that's every con, Deacon. There's always somebody with a sign that says, "We'll step on you for like $5 to $10."
There was a female Broly. I saw her make like $200-300 in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's the one. That
I would tax. Kind of thing. You can't do that at the cons. I'm gonna start going to the cons and peddling Geeks 5 Ever merchandise. $5 a t-shirt. I don't see you stopping the girl there saying $10 to step on you. That she's not paying taxes. Why are you not stopping her? Why are you stopping me? Why? Because I'm brown? I call shenanigans. No, I mean I don't think PALOOZA does a really good job of like advertising stuff. People don't realize this, and that's why we do the make your own panel. In our make your own panel, we distinctively talk about like, hey, you need to make an events page. You need an advertisement. I will go to speed dating. Like, hey, so hi, my name is. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm running a panel. After this, you come check it out.
I did that at your panel.
I did that at your. I did that. It wasn't your panel, but I did that at all the speed dating panels. As a matter of fact, I got kicked out of one for soliciting. Stop advertising your panels, Mexico. I don't want to date anyone here.
No disrespect, but I don't want to date anybody here.
I don't want. Yeah, no. Like I didn't say the no disrespect. I don't want to date anyone here.
Just flat out say I don't want to date anyone.
I don't want to date anyone here. I don't even know them. This guy looks like he wipes with the entire roll of toilet paper.
What?
You ever seen? It's a joke. Like you use so much toilet paper. Like whenever people wipe, they use so much toilet paper. It feels like they use the entire roll.
Yes.
You probably live alone, so you don't have that issue.
No, me and my roommate have different bathrooms, so.
Oh, must be nice. You don't know. You don't have the community urinal where y'all just pee at the same time.
No.
Well, that's how you. That's how you bond. That's how you build character. That's how you become bro. Oh, I hate those things. I hate those things. You got, bro. Can you turn around? I don't want to see your Vienna sausage. Let's get through some comments. Thankfully, they didn't sing "Bury the Light." Oh, I've never heard that before. Actually, no one sang "Bohemian Rhapsody." You know the.
You would think they would have. You know.
Yeah. It's like
oh no, someone did. Like before you, when I was walking, when me and my girlfriend were going to Dune, before I saw you there, someone actually sang it already.
I spoke too soon. Makes sense. That's like the national anthem for white folk.
I thought it was Sweet Caroline.
Sure.
No time never feels so good.
No, I've been to so many cons. The one song I hear at every convention at least once is Bohemian Rhapsody. It's the only one you will definitely hear at every con.
I hear that so many times.
All right, so somebody gave me like I like how everybody treats me like I'm dumb. Like upbeats, they give me like a definition of it. Like the only thing you didn't add was like the pronunciation to make it legit.
Noun.
Verb. That wouldn't be a verb.
Jesse, at Jan Japan 2017, someone sang Miyamoto by Evanescence like once every other song with Miyamoto.
God, we have rules with our karaoke. Once somebody plays it, you got to pick something else. Uppies, to carry a baby or person via under their arms and being lifted upwards. It's a pretty good definition. Thank you. I thought it was Living on a Prayer. It was no, it's definitely Bohemian Rhapsody. It's definitely Bohemian.
And it's more Sweet Caroline.
I feel like no, because you don't have to be drunk or at karaoke. People at AllCon the year that AllCon got canceled because the pandemic kicked in full force. Like people were singing it in the lobby, so people will just randomly start singing. Like it just takes one person that knows the lyrics, and then everybody jumps in, and they'll sing the parts they know, like, and then they'll start like humming the.
Well, it sure beats that video. I don't know if you've seen that video about that guy like screaming out the lyrics to "Not Afraid" by Eminem at the airport, and like nobody was singing along. Sure better than that.
That'd be awkward. You gotta pick a song that everybody knows. Like
I'm not afraid, and it was like really funny because like nobody was joining in. Someone said, "Blood thinks he's him."
Mama just crapped my pants. Tried to reach the restroom, but I don't know. I'll work on the song, but that's what I got so far.
I mean, again, dude, I'm telling you, it's Sweet Caroline. It's not Bohemian Rhapsody.
We're gonna do a vote. We're gonna do a vote, and we're gonna find out in the Discord.
We're gonna make a poll. Yeah,
we're gonna make a poll. Who's right? Mexico. Okay, the two options are Mexico's right or Deacon Rap's wrong. Those are your two options. So let's. So they had a rave. They had karaoke. I was legitimately surprised. They not only had 18+ stuff, but they had night stuff. Like it was open until 2 a.m.
Yes.
And panels have returned to the panel rooms. Or at least they kind of did for the 18+ stuff.
Yeah.
Were there? I didn't go. Like I said, I didn't go.
Ooh.
By the time I got there, you act like we're in the 5th grade. What's up?
I went to a couple 18+ panels.
Oh my God, you're such a visionary.
If Deacon Rap wins, a Taco Bell location is born.
it shall be brought down by the stork, a big old Taco Bell location.
It'll be brought by the Taco
you,
Bell dog.
You know that video where the guy's like, "I'll take a Krabby Patty with cheese." Oh, daring today, sir. That's what I wanted to say to you. Oh, daring today. Which 18 plus ones did you go to?
Let's see. Apparently Dune was 18 plus.
Please tell me it had nothing to do with that joke everyone's making about the popcorn bucket.
No, it basically just Gen Xers making bad commentary as we watch the movie together. And other people in the crowd were doing bad commentary with them. And some Karen came up to my girlfriend like, "Hey, you're disrupting everybody." And in my mind, I'm like, but other people are doing it too. I guess because we're the ones who are doing it the most. But
yeah, I mean, what do you think was gonna happen?
I mean, I don't know if other people are doing it too. Like, why did you go up to other people?
Like, all right, and then go get the cops. That is like that happened. So something like that happened at Renaissance Festival years ago. We had our generator on, and the guy camping next to us didn't like the fact that we had a generator, and it was on. He's like, "You need to turn it off. It's supposed to be quiet after 10." I'm like, "Nuh-uh, no. That's the quiet area. You need to turn off. I'm not turning anything off, and you're not touching my generator. If you want something, go get the cops. Go get them." I literally told him, "Go get the cops. Go get them because you're not. You touch my generator, we're gonna have a problem."
Did he touch it?
No, he didn't. And the cop told him that, like, "Bro, like, this is not the quiet camp. It's a generator. What do you want me to do?" He used to shut it off. Like, "No, I don't, and I'm not shutting it off. As a matter of fact, we got a second generator. Turned it on. This is my emotional support generator." I was that petty.
But yeah, no, she was even like, "Oh, you're disrupting everybody. These guys are being paid and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, but I'm not being paid. Like, I don't think any of the panelists are being paid.
Yeah, they're not. Like, "Oh, they're being paid. Well, so am I." You should have showed the panelist or.
Yeah, and I think she said she was a staff member. Again, she was like whispering really, really quiet to a point where I thought her mouth was just moving. My girlfriend could hear not clearly, but like I think she said she was a staff member, or I don't know. But honestly, it's like eventually we just left and went to the raid. But the other thing we went to a Cards Against Humanity by the Cult 45 podcast, and my girlfriend won a T-shirt.
Nice.
And cool. Then we went to Anime Tinder. Basically, we get different anime waifus and we build their Tinder profile.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
So like Makima from Chainsaw Man. What are your pronouns? Dami Mommy, Master. What are you looking for? A simp. Boma. What are your pronouns? Doctor, Professor. Looking for? Red flags.
What are you looking for? Meat.
Walking red. Because Vegeta and Yamcha are both walking red flags.
No. Yamcha cheated.
Hey, he never had a job, bro.
He's a baseball player.
No, but when she first met him, he didn't have a job.
He stole from people.
Yeah, red flag, bro.
Look, a criminal, we can get past the criminal part, but he cheated on Bulma, bro. That's unacceptable.
How do you cheat on the world's richest woman, bro? That makes no sense to me.
I don't know. Ask Yamcha. He did it. Man's got no principles, bro. Deacon. Okay, so Deacon Rap sucks at Cards Against Humanity.
That's right. Nobody laughed at mine, and I was eliminated really quick.
I want to dedicate an entire panel to where you play Cards Against Humanity just so I can laugh at your pain.
You would have Bakon, bro.
We'll see. All right. So, Your Highness, did you go to any of the 18 plus stuff?
Let me see. I went to Burlesque. I went to the rave, obviously. I peeked in for 2 seconds of the karaoke, and I heard the audio, and I was like, "This is not Geeks 5 ever," and left. I'm trying to remember. It wasn't too. I don't think I went to too many 18 plus stuff that day. I went to the game room, obviously, but that's not 18 plus. But yeah, so yeah, just Burlesque, really. And they were really working hard in there on Saturday. Like they made originally it was supposed to be I think from like 10 to 12 or something.
Mhm.
But then it didn't really start like 11, and then it became to or 10:30, and then it went to 2 o'clock on Saturday. They gave an extra 2 hours.
Wow, that's
So,
really
like, I guess because it was so good Friday, and they realized that they didn't really have that many other nighttime stuff, that they were like, get an extra 2 hours in.
Hey, by the way, breaking news. I don't know if this is old or if it's new or anything, but they just announced for NostalgiaCon Houston, December 6th through the 8th, the voice of Wolverine,
yeah, Cal
Captain
Dodd,
America, Cal,
Cal
what's his
Dodd.
name? Cal Dodd. He will be there. X-Men 97 Wolverine, by the way.
Yep.
Oh,
OG X-Men from 92 and then X-Men 97. December 6th to the 8th at George R. Brown, NostalgiaCon. It's pretty cool. That's actually really cool because, you know, X-Men 97 was like really big. And, you know, a little side note on PALOOZA, I don't know if you guys talked about this, but like the cosplaying wise, there was a lot of like X-Men, which is really cool. It shows how much X-Men 97, how much big it's gotten.
Mm-hmm. There was definitely a lot of X-Men. It was a lot of Marvel.
Yeah, more Marvel than DC. There was some DC, but it was like if you put them in like side like in a ratio, it's like 3-1, I guess.
I only saw 10 DC in total.
Yeah.
Like, even my Captain Mexico is a variation of Captain America, so that still counts as Marvel.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, it felt like this year the cosplay, there was a Big Daddy, and that was awesome.
That was cool.
That was
Big
the
Daddy?
best cosplay I'd seen the entire con.
What do you mean, Big Daddy?
From BioShock.
From BioShock.
Oh, the guy that had the giant, like...
Scuba and all that stuff, yeah. The giant,
I can't believe he didn't win the cosplay contest.
That was a girl, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because like when I saw the dude on Friday night, when I saw someone changing, I thought it was a guy that was like taking the costume off.
Because I saw her Friday night as I was walking towards the rave, because they had the cosplay laid out on the floor.
Yeah.
I guess they were putting it on.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, is that Big Daddy?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, I wasn't sure, but I wanted to make sure because I love BioShock. Definitely one of the best cosplays I have seen this decade.
Yeah, it's massive too.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
It was great. Definitely one of the best, like I said, one of the best cosplays I've seen since 2020. 2010 to 2019, I think the best one was the Optimus Prime in Anime Central. That was like 10 foot tall. That was awesome. You can't beat that. It was awesome. Definitely my favorite cosplay. It just feels like there weren't a lot of cosplayers this year. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I think one of the factors or reason I felt that too, because it was like you were expecting more cosplays. You know what I mean? I was expecting like a lot more. You know, considering a bunch of stuff coming up. You know, X-Men, Deadpool, Wolverine coming up, a lot of other projects and stuff. But it was like only like a handful per se. I think what one of the things I think was the weather outside was like really like steamy and humid outside.
Yeah, I think the heat played a major role into the lack of cosplays this year, or at least the more functional cosplays. Definitely, I was like sweating. Like as I was putting on my Captain Mexico, I was already sweating.
Yeah,
and it was not fun. And
yeah,
like I was sore.
I did a cosplay on Saturday for both retro and comic, and I could tell you, not even like 30 seconds like outside, and then going inside, I was already like sweating a bit. And like I know a lot. It was kind of ironic because on Friday during the show we were talking about survival tips. We were bringing up how like you take a shower and also wear deodorant and stuff. But when it comes to the heat, sometimes all that, which is like all this shit, just disappears as soon as you step outside. Like because especially in this heat, it's like instant sweat, instant and all that stuff. I was kind of nervous even opening up, like putting my arms up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like bro, I felt horrible because like I made sure that I like put on deodorant and everything, and like Friday night, like it had already worn off. Like they do not make deodorant strong enough for the amount of sweat that cosplayers have to go through.
Yeah, I wish someone out there make like deodorant or like body odor spray, or like obviously still take a shower, but like deodorant.
Shower in a can.
I mean, to be one of the guys from WVCW. What I know they own DreamCon, RDC World One. One of those guys is in a Dove commercial for deodorant, and he even makes a reference like, "Of course I'm a cosplayer, so of course I'm gonna shape with the material. That's why I use Dove deodorant." That's an actual commercial, by the way.
Bless you. That's so. Your Highness, what did you think? Friday and Saturday, lack of cosplayers. Deacon, you too. Like, we'll start with Your Highness, then we'll go with Deacon. Do you guys feel like there were less cosplayers this year because of the heat?
It might have been because of the heat. It might have been because of the heat. It might have been because depending on what cosplay you were doing, you had to go through security, and security would probably have to check certain things. Like I heard, because I heard this year with security, it was less. They said it was less of more of a bag check and more of like a prop check, like a weapon check, but more.
They didn't like that's the thing though.
Like the first. Sorry, I was gonna say like the first thing, like after you do the back check, the first thing you go is like if you have props, you have to immediately go to like the prop check and all that stuff. And like another thing too, another thing I just realized because I was talking to somebody about this earlier. They mentioned how like the guests can also play a factor in like why most cosplayers there hasn't been that many cosplayers, because some people they cosplay to meet like a certain guest of like, oh, they played that character or they knew that character or something like that, you know what I mean? Like I saw, for example, a lot of Back to the Future cosplays because obviously Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox were there, but then there were so many like Marvel cosplayers, like X-Men, as we mentioned earlier. A missed opportunity for them not to bring like any voice actors who did the show, X-Men 97 or something like that.
Yeah, I could feel you on that one.
On Sunday, I noticed there was like 50, 60 John Cena's.
Yeah, yes. Bunch of people on John Cena shirts and belts. Yeah, see, that was actually the most active Sunday I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it makes sense. I almost went to go see John Cena.
Yeah.
But I was not about to. I figured that if you're not going to buy an autograph or a picture, you're just kind of wasting time. So I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because it was like with fees and stuff, it was like $240, like meeting him, like a photo op with him
for the picture.
For the picture.
And so if you wanted both before taxes and hidden fees, it was $400.
Yes.
Yeah, for $400. And it was kind of funny because I was at the Eureka Heights booth. They were doing like trivia for John Cena, and a guy was talking to me. He was like, "Yeah, I got it later today." And are you gonna be John Cena? I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna be able to. Like, I'm budgeting right now." And he was like, "Well, you could do like that buy now, pay later thing. You could have done that." And I'm like, if I knew that, I was like, "Oh, maybe I would have done it."
See, but the thing is, you could. So the one you want to use with that one is called Zip, or you could like
Affirm basically and all that stuff. Yeah.
Right, but like those kind of like they're like crack. Once you use them once, then you start using it more and more and more and more and more to buy stuff, and then next thing you know, you're kind of like constantly paying it every check.
Yeah, like my mom uses Klarna, so yeah, she's been using it a lot. Klarna.
Yeah, because it's like a credit card.
I'm guilty of PayPal paying for feature.
See, look, there he goes. He's using it for Taco Bell.
Like, no, the economy is not that bad, bro. It's not that bad.
I thought your ass got bigger.
No, the only time I used Affirm was for like I paid like plane tickets. That's like the only time I would ever use it. Other than that, I wanted to, but I don't want to use it as much. Like you said, I don't want to like use it once and then like start using it like every single time.
Well, I said the A word, so now I got to change it to 3. I should have said caboose.
Your booty cheeks.
Your booty cheeks. That sounds worse. Why does that sound worse than saying it says? Why does that? That sounds like that should be the cuss word. Booty cheeks.
Sounds like you're flirting with him.
I noticed Deacon Rat's booty cheeks got bigger.
Well, yeah, bro. Like I've been working out a lot, so
yeah. That's what
there's one thing.
1, 2,
3 tacos.
No,
Tomorrow,
I've been using a lot of that thing I think it's called a Stairmaster. I don't know what it's called, but it basically just simulates stairs, and I've been using that a lot to work on my endurance.
Next year, Deacon Rap's gonna start twerking during his shows when he doesn't have lines.
Jesus.
And my twerk song is gonna be Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
There you go. He's gonna start like clapping his cheeks on stage. He's gonna call it the thunderclap.
For fourth meal.
I'll be dressed as Elvis, like, yeah, you fucking with the wet ass pussy.
Can you imagine, like, you should? Why don't you do like Elvis impersonations, like singing other songs, like a Cardi B song?
Yeah, I should. My girlfriend really wants me to do that, singing WAP.
Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, there you go. Do Power Rangers. Don't do WAP. Okay.
I already have one for Power Rangers, believe it or not.
If you do WAP, just like if you do WAP or whatever it's called, if you do that, I'm gonna stop talking to you for like a week.
ooh! Add the White Ranger, right? Yeah, you're fucking with the white ass Ranger. Give you everything you got with the white.
And we've been demonetized.
Give everything with the white ass Ranger. Like
So, all right. So, let's talk about the security thing a little bit more because we talked about it. So here's the thing. I didn't go. So when I got there, I didn't go through the front, right? The front entrance. I went through the. Chandler from Zero to Heroes already had my badge with him. He brought it out to me in the Sky Bridge. They didn't check my props, and I'm like, "Hey, do you need to check my?" Because I have a little side bag, right? Because I wear a utility belt.
Mm-hmm.
I wear a utility belt with my. It's got hooks. It's got a worker's bag, for tools and stuff like that. They didn't check anything on me. They didn't check my shield. As a matter of fact, they were making conversation with me. They just needed to see my badge before I could go through.
Yeah.
They didn't check anything. And I feel like different people they were checking bags for sure. But they didn't even check my bag. I obviously didn't have my suitcase with me, but I had a little bag with me. They didn't check it at all. I feel like the security guards that I got just didn't care. They're like, whatever, they're chill, nonchalant. Plus, Lady Cop was pretty hot, so there's that.
The security guard that we got on the first floor, like closest to Papado, when I said that I was a performer, he's like, "You're a performer? Can you show me something? Can you show me something confirming that you're a performer?" Because I'm trying to get in before everyone else. I got the programming badge, but he's like, "Can you show me something?" And I brought up an email from the organizer. He's like, "Okay, you're good." And then my girlfriend, "Yeah, but you can't come in." I'm like, "But she's with me in the show. She put you in the show. Can you show me something with her name on it?" And then eventually he just let us go out of frustration.
So Deacon, the exact words they told us, and we were setting up on Thursday for the wrestling show. The exact word they told us were, "Where are your credentials? Where are your credentials?" That was the exact
they were really uptight this year. I will say that. Some of them were uptight. Some of them were really chill. They were like, "Yeah, go ahead. As long as you're bad, you're good."
But on Thursday, where's your what am I gonna do? Just walk around and do absolutely nothing?
Yeah, the Thursday one. Just knowing that.
The Thursday, that doesn't make any sense.
And not only that, but with bag check, she left Narcan in her bag, and they just let her through.
Can you imagine? Your Highness is going through I'm a wrestler. I'm a professional wrestler. Oh, you're a wrestler? Can you do a trick? Can you pop a wheelie or something like that?
I'll throw you off the escalator. Let's go. Nick Foley style.
Yeah, Frog splashed you into the table.
Can I go now? Security for me, it was kind of weird because the Friday of, I had one of those, the backpack that they have the strings on. You just put on it's almost like a sack type of thing.
Yeah.
I had one of those bags. So I put it on. It had my gear in it. They went to check it, and they were like, "Well, it looks like it's mostly just clothes in here. I took 2 things out of clothes, but there's still another 2/3 of the bags to go through." They didn't even use the stick. They were just like, "Oh, okay, it's clothes." And my friend Bryce, he was like, "Yeah, you could have had a whole piece." And I was like, "Hey." And then I got frustrated, and I was like, "Hey, the rest of the weekend, I would just put my Tokyo Revengers jacket over my bag, and it's they wouldn't even notice. They didn't even know if the strings were still up, and I was just kind of okay, this is kind of weird." Because I had friends who were telling me, who worked in security, that were saying, "They're going to be uptight this year. They're going to be uptight this year." And then it's okay.
You could, based on, I'm not telling anybody to do this,
We're not encouraging.
But based on like, we're not encouraging anything. We're not telling you to do this. We don't encourage illegal activities. But I feel like you could have gotten away with it if you would have wore if you would have powered through with a hoodie and just had the string backpack inside.
Yeah. So we're not encouraging you to use a hoodie. We're not telling you to go through security at the Sky Bridge. We're also not telling you shouldn't be going through this station. You should.
And also not telling you the next time we're there, you should definitely buy me some Waffle House waffle and chicken.
But we are telling you that if you want to save money on food, use the Taco Bell app.
But we are telling you that the waffle bus is delicious.
So it's Taco Bell app.
Oh, another thing too. Speaking of food, I was talking to like a couple of other attendees. They were telling me how they thought that the China Garden, that Chinese restaurant next to Toyota Center and all that stuff, they thought it was closed, but it's actually open, even though it looks closed. It's actually open.
It was open? I thought it was closed too.
See, and I told them that. It's like, wait, it's open? It's like, yeah, it looks closed, but it's actually open. And I'm like, God damn it.
You know what should have been open that they would have made a killing on?
What?
The Starbucks inside the Georgia Brown.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
The Starbucks was open.
No, not the one inside the Georgia Brown.
Yeah, it was.
It was? When?
Yeah, on the second floor.
Closed.
There were people
Oh, they probably ran out of coffee fast then.
Yeah, I remember it on Friday. I don't remember it on Sunday being open.
No, it was open. I think it was open only Saturday.
Yeah, I saw Saturday was open. Friday wasn't open.
Okay, I remember it being open.
Man, you know what you remember? Nothing.
But I do wish they made that. I kind of wish that deli place was open again. That wasn't in the bottom floor of Georgia Brown.
Feels so. Besides, prices going up, food quality going down. Those people that sell the cups every year for the thermal cups for 40 years, so you can get $40, not 40 years. They sell it for $40, so you can get free refills throughout the weekend.
Oh, no, throughout the day. Yeah, the metal ones. Yeah.
Feels like the carbonation in the sodas it's non-existent. Yeah. It feels like the quality overall, food-wise, as much as I like the waffle bus, it just felt like either these are your options or starve. Pretty much.
Like for me, since I didn't stay at a hotel or nothing like that, I basically would drive home and all that. So on my way home, I would get food or something like that. I would go to Panda Express or something like that.
Can you imagine if they made a Taco Bell truck?
Bro, I should do that. I'm gonna do that.
You saw how quick he looked up? Did you see that?
I'm going to quit rapping and dedicate my life to a Taco Bell truck.
He's got a friar. He's like a priest of the Taco Bell truck. Taco Bell bus. All right, so
eat Taco Bell or go to hell.
That's right. You eat 2 chalupas, my son. All right, so security-wise, I kind of get where they're coming. So I'm trying to play the devil's advocate here. I get it. It's a heavily populated event with a lot of kids, and the last thing you want is someone deciding to be a POS human being and doing something horrible. So I get that, but I felt like at the same time they didn't really do a thorough job. I felt like some of them didn't maybe it was the heat, maybe the heat got to them because it was hot outside. It's definitely hot. I feel like I don't know. It doesn't matter who they have as security because that's a third-party vendor that they get for security. They don't actually use volunteers. So a lot of conventions will take volunteers, slap them with a T-shirt that says safety, and that's all they are. Glorified whistleblowers with a pouch full of quarters, so they can call the real cops.
I know what reference that's from.
Really? Because I just kind of put that piece together.
It's from a movie.
What movie?
National Security with Martin Lawrence.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's about a cop that gets accused of racism, and then when he becomes a security guard, he ends up getting partnered with the guy that accused him of racism.
Man, if you grew up in the hood, you got to understand that when you grew up in the hood, that's what we called security officers, rent-a-cops, glorified whistleblowers.
In the movie, when he's in security guard training, they're like, okay, here's your security guard kit. A flashlight, a belt, and a roll of quarters to call the police.
I didn't know that. What? That's awesome. Okay, that I did not know that. That's cool. But safety is worse. Safety, they're not even licensed security. If you went and smacked one upside the head, if you smacked a security guard upside the head, that's like assaulting a police officer because they're on duty. You smack safety upside the head, that's just like stealing some kid's lunch money in the playground. It's not the same thing.
Night and day.
Right. You have to be licensed to be security in Texas. That's why they don't call them security. They call them safety. PALOOZA does use security, which is a vast improvement. But at the same time, like some of them can be having a bad day, or some of them are just drunk with power, which obviously showed this past weekend.
Like, great example. There was one. Some of the security guards, man, they were some of them were chilling down there. They were like, "Yeah, go ahead, man. I see your badge."
Man, get out of here! You don't look dangerous.
Others,
like for real, like that's like legit. Like that's a thing.
Yeah. While others, they were like, really like making sure everything's like, hey, you don't have that. Your wristband is on a different. It's like 2 inches above higher.
Yeah,
it's like that.
You put it on the wrong hole. Whoa. Wow. Like, all right, Pancho Villa, hands against the wall. Where's the brick? Where's the brick?
All right, Don Quixote.
Tackling a 5-year-old.
Did you just try to bring in a whole bottle of shampoo?
Oh, like a 5-year-old disguised as like a drug dealer disguised as like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, that's right.
A baby stroller.
I still want to cosplay Cocaine Bear. It has nothing to do with the meme or the joke or whatever's going on right now. Has to do with the movie. The movie's here first. Plus, our mascot has always been a bear, so I've been meaning to do that for a while anyway. So let's talk about, so we talked about adult content. This year they added adult content. They brought panels back to panel rooms, or at least the 18 plus panels. The rave, I have to say, is a vast improvement from last year, but it still has less people at it than Numbers Nightclub, which Numbers is awesome, by the way. I like Numbers.
Do you think they should do it on Saturdays instead of Friday?
Did they not do it on Saturday? They only do it on Friday?
No.
See, that's
only
dumb.
On Friday.
Do it on Saturday.
The Ken dolls.
What Ken dolls?
The burlesque show.
Yeah. That.
They did that Friday night too.
Yeah.
Yep, and they did it Saturday.
Why can't they do both?
Yeah, I know. It makes virtually no sense.
It does make no sense. Why didn't they just do both? Like, why did they do the burlesque 2 nights in a row? Because it's burlesque, it's art. Well, I mean, you could go to the strip club and that's art too. Not throwing any shade at burlesque before somebody takes this, splices it, and turns it on the content. Next thing you know, I'm being like called out. No, I mean, it's dumb. They should have had both. I agree with them having burlesque both nights. That makes sense, but they should have had the dance both nights. It limits. You have to have variety because not everyone likes burlesque, or not everybody likes that kind of stuff. Some people like the dance. Some people like karaoke. Was karaoke at least both nights, right? It was?
Let me check the schedule right quick.
Thank you, Deacon Rap. Please let karaoke be both nights. The guys that run karaoke, the guy obviously doesn't take a lot of time.
It was at 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Saturday.
That's good. I like that. It ran until they kicked everybody out of the Georgia Brown. That's good. No shade towards the guy that ran karaoke. Guy did a great job. It's pretty simple to run karaoke. Shade, like the guy that ran the audio mixer. I understand that they're a volunteer through Comic Palooza, and like the guy that runs the event can't really touch the equipment. This is why we bring our own stuff for karaoke. Guys, if you go to Delta and you see us run karaoke, you ever notice that we bring our own stuff? Our own audio mixers, our own monitors, our own speakers, our own cables, our own everything, because we can adjust stuff. We can make adjustments accordingly. Because if you are, I'm here to sing. Baby, come back.
This is ASMR.
Like, so I can like literally turn up your microphone. I can adjust your gain. I can turn up the volume. But like the volume was so high Friday night. I don't know how it was Saturday, but Friday night was so high, dude. It was like some of the people that could sing actually still sounded kind of bad because of it can't, like, you could have the microphone literally like 2 feet away from your face and it'll still pick up your voice. It was just like whoever ran it needs to, like, they need to have somebody that knows when to make adjustments to the volume. Like the person just kind of stood there and guarded, like nobody touch it, nobody mess with it. I'm like, please turn down the damn game, please. 4.
Jesse, I gotta head out.
Okay, go to your Taco Bell show.
It's not a Taco Bell show, bro.
It's a Taco Bell show. Whose podcast is it anyway?
It's one of the local people here in San Antonio to have like a Texas rap thingy. The thing is, I booked this on Wednesday, and then you asked me to do this today.
The crazy part is Deacon Rap booked me for his show on Saturday.
Yeah.
Real quick before you leave, what is your score?
My score? I give this 6 out of 7.
Okay, 6 out of 7.
6 out of 7 Dragon Balls.
No. What on a scale of 1 to 10?
8.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And I do want to share that the coolest thing that happened is, so I go in late. My panel's at, at noon. John Cena's panel is at 11:30. I get to the con at like 11:15. I'm like, oh, let me just go sit in, and then just for a few minutes, then I'll head to my panel. And I'm like, I got the VIP. I got the VIP, the speed pass. I'm like, maybe there's special seating. There is none. And then I find a seat in the 3rd row, right next to the middle section. And then when it comes to questions, they put the microphone right next to me. And when I start seeing people get up, I get up and I'm the second person, and I got to rap for John Cena.
Should have been number 1. You're either first or you're last, Ricky Bobby.
But yeah, I wanted him to rap with me, but he wouldn't rap.
Because he doesn't do it anymore.
And also because it's a Q&A, they're not gonna really do that.
And it's a family-friendly show.
Yeah.
If you listen to his album, it's not family-friendly.
I mean, it's a little deep.
There's one song where he talks about fingering 3 chicks like he's got 3 dicks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm thinking about
it's in one of his songs. Like
I was thinking about the song "What Would You Do If It All Ended Tomorrow." That's one of my favorite ones from that album.
I'm a bad man. I remember that one.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
See you later, brother.
All right. So, what did you? So overall, what did you think? Like, what were some of the things you liked about it, and what were some of the things you didn't like about it, Your Highness? I know you did your wrestling show. So, real quick question, because you brought it up, and it's kind of been bothering me for a while. Y'all performed Friday, not Saturday. Or did you perform both days?
So we did our wrestling on Friday, and the thing with that was, because this is another thing that PALOOZA was supposedly very cautious on. They're really cautious on badges and what days and what things you have for the badges. They only gave us the badge we got versus the badge I bought online. The badge we got was programming, where it said programming for Friday only. And yeah, we only got the Friday. And my friends, like even Brycey, one of my vendor friends, he's like, why didn't we give you on Friday? Why didn't we give you on Friday? I was like, yeah, I don't know. You think they want to have more people for Saturday, Sunday to make it look bigger? But he's like, yeah, we only got Friday for it. And that's what's and if you went to that security line where they did the bag checks, there was a little sign showing what every badge was and what it was supposed to do.
Yeah,
so supposedly, yep.
That is the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
I have ever heard. They should have given y'all
the weekend.
Secondly, they should have booked y'all for Saturday.
Yeah.
Because what if most of y'all, so people don't realize this, but there are a lot of people that professional wrestling, a lot of people have regular jobs.
They have other stuff going on.
Other stuff, other shows, actual jobs, maybe families, maybe they got to go, do a Tony Khan show. But like you guys got other things going on. Friday is the worst day to have anything. As a matter of fact, Friday, 5:00 was the worst time slot for a podcast. Like I felt completely shafted this past weekend by PALOOZA. Because there's some tea I heard. I'm not going to share it right now. I'm going to share it in the Discord. But like some people were legitimately upset that our panels were not brought back. Not only that, our Dragon Ball panel. Akira Toriyama passed away this year in March, not that long ago. Like a little bit over 2 months ago. Keep that in mind. Like almost 3 months ago now. And yeah, it's gonna be almost 3 months because it was was it the first that he passed? By the time we found out on the 7th, right? He had passed. Yeah, it was the first, I believe. Because they had already buried him by the time we found out. Yes, it was the first. It was Friday. He had passed away Friday, and when we found out, it was already the 7th. Like, they already buried him. Yeah, because they kept it a secret until they had already had everything go out. So this is almost 3 months ago that he passed away. This is the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball. It would have been, and I'm probably being a little biased because I'm a super Dragon Ball fan, but I think it would have been very beneficial for the convention to do something in Akira Toriyama's honor, especially if they're trying to do an anime element of the convention.
Yeah, especially how mainstream Dragon Ball has been. I mean, you would think they would have done something with that.
Right. They're just now, they started this last year. They're now bringing back Friday full time. Last year was kind of like meh. This year it's a little bit more full force. Next year it'll definitely be a full 3-day convention. But to have a wrestling show on a Friday,
I'll be back,
when everyone's still at work, when people are just barely coming in, when people are fighting traffic, rush hour traffic in Houston.
Yeah, it was kind of. I mean, thankfully we did better numbers than we did last year, and hopefully they keep bringing us back so we can keep getting the fun, the paydays. But it would be nice. It would have been nice to get the weekend pass and to do stuff on Saturday. I will say a little bit more. Oh, someone's coming back because I want to hear this. Just like a little bit more of scandal that happened. Day one on Friday, people were already getting kicked out because apparently one guy, he was selling vendor badges. He was buying them off of vendors, and he was selling them to other vendor people for $40 when he was supposed to buy them for $70. And that was day one. So it was like
flipping and scalping.
Yeah, it was already crazy. And that's why on Friday, if you go to the app, go to Instagram, they're already saying beware of scams. Be sure to buy your Comic Palooza pass.
That's what it was. That's why. Because I thought it was because on Facebook I saw a bunch of people trying to sell their badges and stuff.
That too.
I figured it has something to do with that, but then knowing that, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about that. I didn't know anything. I heard somebody was selling badges and they were claiming they were stolen or something like that. And they said somebody was selling badges for half the cost and they were stolen. They didn't say from where or from who or how they got them. They were making it sound like a staff member just grabbed a handful of badges and went out on the streets like a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Who needs the comic book? What you need, man? What you need, fam? What you need?
You want Friday?
I got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
What's up? And all that.
Yeah. And seriously, and they were making it sound like it was the most dastardly thing anyone had ever done in the history of Comic Palooza. I mean, the guy, what he did was morally wrong, but it makes sense because these vendors have already paid and they're probably just getting a little bit extra for a badge that they're not going to use anyway. Yeah. And not every vendor agreed to that. There are some vendors will literally. One vendor gave me his Dragon Ball Z vendor's badge. I'm like, hey, can I buy that off of you? He's like, no, you know what? I bought 3 of the pixel the arts from him. So he just gave it to me. Here you go, you can just have it. Because it was Sunday afternoon. It was already 3 everything was getting ready to close. I'm like, can I buy it from you? I'm not going to use it. Obviously, the con's shutting down in a couple hours. So you just let me have it. He's like, yeah, you can just have it. I don't want this. Because I wanted it had Goku on it. I don't know if I gotta look for it, but that sounds very, as they say in Spanish, scandaloso. That guy should have known better. Definitely don't want to do that in front of the stupid convention, you know?
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, I might do that at Matsuri. Hey, who wants to buy badges? I bought them from the fit. I would not even be caught dead at that convention. AM will do something. I know they will because they're an anime convention. It doesn't bother me that they're doing anything. I really don't care about Matsuri. The only time we talk about them now is during when it's that time of the year, whenever they're about to happen. We got to do our we don't do a review. We just call it a trash talking show, and then we do the show of the show where we talk about everything that's going on because we have people in the inside that are feeding us live details and information about what's going on. Oh no, somebody pooped in the toilet and didn't flush. Down with Anime Matsuri. Sonic's laughing. It's true. Because we know somebody.
Yeah, because it's just the way.
Somebody that would tell us stuff like that.
We do. It's just like the way you would say it that way. It's like, oh, they took a poop in the toilet. They didn't flush. No, someone took a dookie in a urinal.
Somebody took a dookie in the urinal, and then they tried to they wiped with the napkins from where the sink is. No, it's horrible. No, but it's funny because we do have somebody who like has such a hate. I'm gonna say bulge. I don't know if the other word's bad. But yeah, bro, like so much hate energy for them, and it's no one in the chat right now. It's not like Serenity. We appreciate everything you do, by the way. I don't know if we've ever said this to you, but we appreciate everything you do because you give us information. But this person, like, follows me. I could be in the stall, taking care of business, and like. They start knocking on the door. Hey, did you hear about Matsuri? What they did? I'm taking a crap. Leave me alone. So yeah, I mean, I doubt. I didn't. I knew they were going to do something. But let's talk about. All right, so Comic Palooza. I feel like y'all could have got a bigger draw Saturday. It would have been more beneficial. And if they were only going to give you a day badge, it definitely should have been for Saturday. Saturday's the bigger day. A lot of people this year said that Comic Palooza felt not as packed as before.
Yeah. I had a couple of cosplayer friends on Saturday. They were telling me, man, for a Saturday, this is actually pretty disappointing. And it was like, yeah, I kind of agree with them because it was really disappointing about like how like you would think it'd be more busy than it would be like previous years because everyone talks about, oh, Saturday's the peak day. But this, ironically, it didn't feel like a peak day.
You think Sunday was the peak day? Because it felt like they were actually... So based on everything we've seen, it felt like they were doing a lot more to advertise Sunday rather than Saturday, especially with John Cena.
Yeah, I feel like Sunday is what Saturday should have been. That's the best way to describe it.
Yes, yeah, like they were pushing John Cena. Guess who's going to be there? John Cena for 5 minutes. He's not even going to get out of the car. He's going to drive by, roll down his window. What's up, everybody? And then leave.
I couldn't even think of other celebrities. Like I did. Oh, I did get to walk past the guy from The Office who plays Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I think him and Creed and David Wallace. They were like the only other big celebrities that were down there. But like you said, other than Cena, I couldn't really think of like a big name they got this year.
Well, they had Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox. They also had the guy that played Robert Englund. They had Robert Englund who played Freddy Krueger.
Napoleon, John Heater.
Yeah, they had the Napoleon and Pedro.
Pedro too, yeah.
They had some anime, but once again, anime was kind of shoved off to the corner.
It was only like they only were like the Castle Spy family. That's it. Like only.
It was 4 voice talent, and they were kind of like in a corner somewhere.
Yeah, it was like they had them, and they also had the person who voiced.
One thing I will say, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry, but one thing I will say about Comic Palooza is they do not do repeat guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Matsuri will bring in Vic every year because that's the only person that will take in and like, I'm not gonna say anything bad. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. PG. But yeah, Matsuri is, and you notice they didn't really bring in any influencers like a lot of other cons.
Yeah, you would think they would be. Yeah, I thought they would. You know what I mean?
I kind of think that's good because a lot of the cons bring the same influencers. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Or they would bring people that have like nothing to do with like, you know what I mean? Like for example, like Matsuri would bring people who have like nothing to do with anime.
Yeah, like Matsuri is like.
Or not, or they don't bring people from. They would bring people who have like nothing to do with like Japanese culture, nothing like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't be surprised if one day at Anime Matsuri, John just comes out like, all right, this year our highlighted main guests are the two chicks from the Two Girls in One Cup video. Oh, that.
Also, I noticed this year, no Power Rangers reunion, no Star Trek people, like none of the usual celebrities that they try to get, or none of the little package deals they'll normally try to get or whatever. Where it's like you'll normally see like a Power Rangers actors or two, or like 4 or 5, or they didn't try to get like a bunch of Star Trek actors or Star Wars actors even.
I guess it just depends on availability.
Yeah,
well.
or even any like voice actors like who work on like American cartoons, like modern, like anime or not anime, but like cartoons, like stuff you would see on TV right now. You know what I mean?
Plus, like this is just take this with a grain of salt, guys. This isn't something that I can confirm nor deny, and I'm not gonna say who my source is, but when it comes to voice talent, like some voice talent they will not be at the same con as another. Like it's like cliques, right? You know how in high school you had the clique tables, you couldn't sit at one table because the other group was in there. It's kind of like that with the voice talent. I'm neither confirming, like I just said it, but I'm not sure if that's 100% true or not. I'm not saying who told me that either, but apparently when it comes to like being guest at a con, like if this person's there, then this other person's not going to be there, and it creates issues.
Yeah, I hear sometimes like they do that because of contracts too.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, they're at this place, we can't be at the same place as them, so sometimes contracts are an issue as well.
There's more kayfabe. There's more kayfabe in anime voice talent than there is in actual professional wrestling nowadays. Yes. Can't be in the same bus as them. They're the bad guys. Jim Cornette would have a field day with this. No, but okay. Overall, what would you rate it? Because I kind of want to talk a little bit about RETROPALOOZA as well. I also want to talk about a little bit how Comicpalooza can improve itself. But Your Highness, what would you score? Okay, what are some pros? What are some things about the con you like? What are some things about the con you didn't like? And what is your score overall? Deacon Rap gave it like what, an 8? What do you give it? A 7, 8?
Pros. I like that they're trying to do more stuff. Like that car show. They try to like. I saw a lot of different cars, a lot of different unique vehicles. Made some new friends in the process. I like that aspect. They're trying with the EDM and the nightlife and the burlesque. I would just hope that they can get their structure in order in terms of what they want to do. Now, granted, they are kind of under the ownership technically of Wittenmeyer, and he's still trying to figure it out, I guess. So we'll see. Cons, like I said, I wish we'd gotten the weekend for the programming, because it felt like we were the only person that had the programming Friday pass. I feel like they need to make up their mind on security, on how strict or lax they want it to be, and what they want to focus on. If you're gonna have it, and you're gonna try to be TSA, then be TSA, or just don't, or just have a section that says prop check. Just go to prop check, because where you just put a wristband on it or whatever. But other than that, I give like a good 7.8. Like I liked it, but I think there's still room for improvement.
Huh. All right, Sonic, what you got?
So this convention kind of reminded me a bit of like last year's. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like quality and like some stuff. Like you're starting to see a little bit of the cracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know everybody has a different opinion on the convention because it depends on what they had plans, what was their goal, what they wanted to do, and all that stuff. I feel like this convention was kind of, while it's great they had like a lot of guests, they had some notable differences and all that, I feel like there was something that was like lacking. You know what I mean? I feel like there was something more that they could have done. It's just like, it just feels like, I don't know how to describe it. They have a lot of room to use, but they didn't capitalize on all the stuff they could have used. You know what I mean? For example, like I went inside the show floor, and like going in there, it just felt like, okay, there's a lot of like notable. There's even like vendors who would be there every year. This year they weren't there, or like this year, or it's just something felt different. Something felt off. You know what I mean?
Geeks 5 ever wasn't there.
Well, are we a vendor?
No, but we're panelists, and we were out on the floor, and we were loud.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's like the life of a party. You know that
Right.
one guy that shows up like, well, let's get white girl wasted. That's
Yeah,
us.
but yeah, it's like the convention was kind of like, I don't know, like there was a couple of people who told me like it was actually boring compared to the last few years. Like there wasn't really much else to do. You know what I mean? It's like that thing where like you've done everything, you've done all the things you wanted to do, and then it's like, okay, now what? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I think it's not just me personally, but like other people as well who have said like, it's like you're starting to see like, okay, it's starting to feel like another convention. I feel like I should do another thing. I should move on to another convention or something like that. I don't know what. I think at the end of the day, I feel like Palooza, they could still do what they're doing this year and the last few years, but they should just do more. They got to improve more in terms of like quality and quantity, because like if you go to the well too much, it's not gonna like, poison the well. You know what I mean? Um, I mean, the cosplays were great and all that stuff, but even people that I knew, even cosplayer friends, they're like, "Yeah, dude, it's not as good as this year as it was before." Or it's like, "Man, I don't know. I just didn't. I feel like I wouldn't have gotten my money's worth if I didn't come here for free." You know what I mean? But I will say though, Compalooza overall, if I were to give it a score out of 10, probably like a 7.
Okay. Okay. All right. Things I liked about the Comic Palooza and the things I didn't like about Comic Palooza this year. The one thing I didn't like, I don't want to come off as extremely salty because I am. Uh I don't like the fact that you cannot just enter through the sides. You got to go through the heat. You have to go outside in the 100-degree heat in cosplay to get your bag checked, and they like treat you like a criminal, and then you got to get your badge, and then the hidden fees and the taxes and the at the door fee. It's like almost $100 for a single day. That is ridiculous. You've lost your mind. Uh, I don't like the fact that they don't advertise anything. People don't know the panel rooms are on the third floor unless they're actively looking for them. Where's weapons check? Where's anything? We just know where the dealer's room is, and that's where like they don't really announce where anything is. People didn't know there was like a Marvel like item display on the second level.
I didn't know that either until I saw it on Facebook, like the
Yeah.
day of. I'm like,
I saw it because I walked past it because I was looking for the crew. They had a karate demonstration, like Taekwondo, on the second
Sumo
floor.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Not a lot of people knew about that. Like a bunch of 6-year-olds kicking each other in the face. That sounds entertaining. Then again, it's on the events. That's also on the event and the panelists. It's their job to advertise it. But at the same time, where's all this stuff happening? Where's maps? Why? They should have let people know you cannot go through the sky bridge if you don't have your badge. If you do not have your badge yet, you have to go through the main entrance, the front. There were so many people trying to go through the sky bridge that they were turning away, and no one knew. The only reason why I got into the sky bridge, because like I said, Chandler from Zeros to Heroes had my badge with him. Like everything is so hard to find. The karaoke, the sound for karaoke could have been better. That's not on the event. That's not on the host of karaoke. That's on whoever runs the sound.
The sound mixing and all that stuff. Yeah.
The game room kind of looked. I've seen some sad-looking game rooms. They must have had more than one because the one I saw was pretty sad-looking. Oh, the one I saw was called Fight Club. Never mind. It was called Fight Club. That sends the wrong message. It's not what I thought it was. I feel like the convention has taken 2 steps back, and it's kind of like they're going through an identity crisis. I know it's owned by the city of Houston. I know they're trying to make like a festival of sort. They're trying to make it into a massive festival rather than just a Comic-Con, but they're kind of going through a phase where they have an identity crisis. The lack of like actual reliable panelists there were some panels there that were entertaining. There were some was like, why am I here? If I wasn't impressed, I wouldn't be here.
There was a couple of like panels I went and I saw, and it was like, okay, it's clear they don't want to be there, or they wanted to cancel and just they couldn't. or something like that.
Or they just kind of did it for the badge.
Yeah.
Lack of food vendors on Friday. Like they had the booths and everything set up, but nobody was selling anything. The random CVS vending machine having COVID tests in it was hilarious. I do like the fact that they had a karaoke and a rave and burlesque Friday night. They had karaoke and burlesque Saturday night, no rave. I don't like that. They should have the rave both nights. I feel like that was a mistake. I feel like wrestling, I will die on this hill. I believe the wrestling show should have been on Saturday. It makes no sense to have it Friday night, or not even Friday night, Friday afternoon. There's a lot of things. John Cena should have been, I don't know, maybe it was a scheduling thing. I feel like you should have paid the extra $1,000 and gotten John Cena on Saturday.
Yeah, I feel like if he was there all weekend, or at least like Saturday and Sunday.
He probably had to like leave and like film, Peacemaker.
Probably filming reasons. That's why he probably just couldn't do all 3 days.
He had to leave and film Ricky Stanicki, the clapping. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 6. No, I'm gonna give him a 5 this year. Like I said, I'm a little petty, but that has nothing to do with my score. The reason why, because the security were kind of rude. They were kind of mean to people. The wrestling show being on Friday. There were way too many educational panels and less entertaining panels. What really helped the way karaoke was run, not by the event, but by the actual sound guy. That one was bad. I feel like the rave could have been better. I didn't even know that the rave wasn't really advertised very well, and that is the conventions event. I feel like they could have done a better job overall with where things are, how things work, where things are, stuff like that. The lack of communication between the con this year overall, some of the vendors, I know that has nothing to do with the con, but I feel like there were better vendors last year. I feel like there were better panels last year. There was definitely more to do this year for the nightlife, and I really respect the fact that we're going back to panel rooms. But it just feels like no one knew anything, and it got really confusing. So the overall score for Comicpalooza 2024 is going to be the Geeks Armor Comicpalooza 2024 score is 6.75 out of 10.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Butt whooping.
What? Why'd you give us a 6? You're fired. 6.75 is not. It's a 6 is a good score.
Yeah.
6 is a definitely good score. It's good. 7 is great. 8 is awesome. 9 is just epic, and 10 is perfect.
But also, since we're also talking about Comicpalooza, I might as well talk about RETROPALOOZA, give my thoughts on it, overall thoughts on it. So, my thoughts on RETROPALOOZA, because I think I was the only one who went there for both days. So, my overall thing was they kind of played it safe, RETROPALOOZA, every year, because every year I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Where they kind of do some stuff as kind of recyclable. They sometimes bring the same guests. They bring in the same vendors and all that stuff. I feel like they're playing it too safe. You know what I mean? I feel like they should take some risk or bring more people or something like that, because they already announced that they're coming back next year in the same time as this year. So basically Memorial Day weekend. And I feel like Comicpalooza being in the same weekend as Retro, it just didn't really help Retro in a way where it's for anybody who's a vendor, who's a dealer, anybody who's looking to get something, it's your advantage because less people to worry about when you want to buy this one thing and all that stuff, right?
Audio on mine. I'm just set up the voice the fucking speakerphone. My bad, bro. Yeah. So we're finna hit you up. And Hey, I'm gonna call you from my girl's phone, and then we're gonna record the audio on mine. We'll just set up the voice
All right.
with the fucking speakerphone. My bad, bro. Yeah. So we're gonna hit you up. We just need a little help with the particulars of.
Okay.
Sorry, I got a random message. I'll tell you after the show.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
Wait, did you hear it?
Yeah, we heard the whole thing.
Yeah.
I thought I muted.
No, bro, we heard that whole thing, man.
Oh my god, I thought I muted, bro. Like I even pushed the. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
What the? Which? Okay, hold on. Wait, no.
Yeah, we heard it, bro. We heard
Oh
that
my
whole thing.
god, that's why it's getting my audio from my damn webcam. Right, y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we still hear you.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I've been using my webcam.
Oh.
I'm bad, bro. Like, because I got a random message and it's like, I'm like,
we're gonna hear it from my girl's speakerphone, bro.
whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
This is why sound checks are important, kids. Wait, how many was that? How many times did I cuss?
I don't know, dude. I lost count.
Okay, we're gonna keep it safe.
Anyway, so my overall thoughts at the end of the day, like I said, Retropalooza, same as last year, same as the last few years. I just wish they, I don't know, try to experiment with something new. You know, bring on new things to help it like stand out more.
Mm-hmm.
So my overall thoughts on Retropalooza was same as Compalooza. I gave it a score of 7.
All right, so Retropalooza 2024 its official Geeks 5 River score is 7 out of 10 with 6 cuss words added.
And
I can't believe I messed up that bad. Oh, I feel so dumb. Oh, I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna call you my girlfriend's phone.
I was like, bro, what the hell?
Oh Lord. Oh sweet Jesus. Thank you. I love this community. I love the podcasting community. Because there are some of us that got our stuff together and some of us that don't. Oh, that's a
Very interesting few minutes.
that was a very interesting mistake. So far, all right, let's see where they stand on the list. So far we have 7 conventions on the list so far. Oh no, I didn't add AllCon. Okay, let me add.
Y'all rated that one, right?
Yeah, we gave it I think we gave it an 8 out of 10. I still have it on here. Let me see real quick.
Okay.
So AllCon got, yeah, I got an 8 out of 10. So no, it didn't. It got an 8.7. Yeah, I got an 8.7 out of 10. I'm looking at the wrong score. I'm looking at even Comic-Con got us 8.75. Oh, IkiCon got the 8 out of 10. Okay. I need to keep better track of this stuff. So, all right. So let's go over our rankings thus far. Tied for number 1 is UshiCon, Kawakan, and AllCon with an 8.75 out of 10. So far, in second place, because that's tied for first, it's IkiCon with an 8 out of 10. In third place, RetroPalooza sits at 7 out of 10. In fourth place, ComicPalooza, 6.75 out of 10. What did I just say? Fourth or fifth?
It's a 4.
Fifth, Nostalgicon with the 6 out of 10.
And unfortunately, WeebCon will be sitting dead last because they were
DQ'd.
disqualified this year.
They got the DQ.
They got the big old DQ. They got caught with the brass knucks. But yeah, it's an interesting year this year. We still have YumiCon,
And we're already
Kimo
halfway
Kawaii
through the year.
Con, Delta, BACon, San Japan, A-Fest.
Anime Expo.
Oh yeah. DJ and Sonic will both come on the show. I think I'm gonna talk to DJ, but we will be reviewing Anime Expo this year.
Oh shit.
Okay. DJ gonna be there too.
Yeah, he's saving up.
So
Okay.
are y'all gonna try to end up going to this one in October, SumiCon?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh fuck yes.
SumiCon, and then I'll be at Sonic.
Onicon.
I'll be at Sonic Expo.
Okay.
I will do a review on the Texas Renaissance Festival every weekend as well because we're gonna be. I will be at the. I'll be at some tattoo expos and I think there's a lizard. We're gonna do more than just anime and Comic Con conventions now.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be doing like the tattoo shows, the lizard shows,
The reptile expos,
and the BDSM shows,
the fetish shows,
the fetish shows. All right. So RetroPalooza this year, we'll see. You said RetroPalooza is already the same dates as next year.
Yeah, they already got the early bird specials for the vendors.
All
So
right,
any
let me
vendors
see.
out there who wants to,
What are those dates?
it will be. Let's see it. It will be May 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Let me check specifically. Is it like a 2-day con or is it going to be a 3-day out? Give me a second. Let me check. It will be a 24th and 25th. Saturday and a Sunday.
We'll see how that works out because
we don't know about Palooza's dates yet.
Well, we don't know for sure. Somebody's predicting Comic Palooza 2025 starting May 1st, Thursday. That doesn't seem right.
Early May.
That doesn't sound right. Doesn't seem right.
I don't know because I'm used to them like being either at during Memorial Day or like in July.
Mm-hmm. We will be at the Houston Tattoos Arts Festival. The emo. Oh no, that's something else. We will be at Pride, representing Geeks 5 Ever. And there's all kinds of things that we got going on. I'm not going to be at everything. Sonic's going to be going to certain things, and then we have other people filling in for us. All right, guys, but thank you for watching today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week on Monday at 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. We might be reviewing YumiCon. BACon is coming on the show for a review, for an interview. We also are doing our Queens of Cosplay. That's finally happening. We got somebody from Utah coming on the show to be a part. I'm going to try to get them on that show. And we have other things going on, guys. Remember, it's Pride Month. So remember, Geeks 5 Ever, we are allies here. We are, if you ever want to talk, also we're allies. We're here for mental health awareness, cancer awareness. We're allies for Pride. We support artists, creators, content creators of color. So we do all that. We support the community, guys. So if you ever want to be on the show, you want to talk about something, let us know. If you haven't already, Sonic, go ahead and plug in your stuff before I plug in my stuff.
Okay. Well, just follow me on Instagram. I am Super Saiyan Sonic on Instagram. From there, you could check out my link in my bio. That is where my link tree is at, where you can follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Subscribe to my, TikTok. Follow me and all that stuff. Twitter, Facebook, all that, etc. So once again, Super Saiyan Sonic on Instagram, and just want to thank. I want to give a shout out to a local cosplayer, Dearest Abby, for letting me become a judge for the cosplay contest at RetroPalooza. So I want to give her a shout out for that.
All right, and Your Highness, you got anything you want to plug in?
Yeah, just follow me on Facebook, Your Highness Joseph, and on Instagram, Your Highness YOHYNNES Joseph. We have a Texas All Star show coming up on June 15th. If you want to get the updates on there, TASW Wrestling on Facebook. Get all the updates you can on our wrestling shows. That's it.
Make sure you check them out too. I definitely want to check out more of the shows. All right, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're ringing the dingling button so you can be notified every time we go live. You follow us on Instagram, Facebook, the tweeters, our X as it's now known as. You can follow us on fanfiction.net and read some of my terrible stuff from when I was in my early 20s. You can also, like I said, subscribe to our second channel. The Trash Talk podcast is going to be changed to a different date. I think I'm going to start doing that on Wednesday now. That one's coming back. We have different specials. BotCon, like I said, we're going to do a review for them. More phenomenal. We're doing an interview we're doing the interview for BotCon, but we're reviewing both More Phenomenal and BotCon, which we're going to be at for sure. I'm going to try to do the VIP dinner special with the Pink Ranger from Zoo Ranger. I'm going to save up for that. We only have a few slots left. But like I said, follow us. Make sure you check us out next week on Monday. YumiCon is this weekend. We'll see the next convention. We will definitely see everyone for sure. Is I think Delta. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay classy. Follow us, and that's all we got. Peace.
All right. See y'all next time.